In today's fast-paced world, we're constantly told to hustle, stay busy, and maximize every minute of the day. But amid all the noise about productivity and success, one thing often gets overlooked: the importance of sleep. While we might treat sleep as an afterthought, it's the ultimate form of self-care, a cornerstone of our physical, emotional, and mental well-being. Self-care is often associated with activities like rewatching your favorite movie, enjoying a drink with friends, indulging in a little retail therapy. While these can indeed lift your spirits, one of the most fundamental forms of self-care is often overlooked: sleep. No matter how many self-care trends you adopt without proper rest, you're not truly taking care of yourself. Sleep is when your brain and nervous system hit the reset button, allowing you to recharge and restore. Yet in a world that praises productivity and hustle, we often feel guilty about sleeping or taking a nap, as if rest is a luxury we can't afford. Somehow, amidst all the talk about self-care, the conversation shifted. We started equating spending money on expensive products with taking care of ourselves. We're bombarded with ads for beauty treatments, luxury goods, and gadgets promising to boost our mood. But we often forget that true self-care can be as simple as resting our minds and bodies. Whether it's playing a video game, tending to your garden, or staying in bed a little longer. These activities give your brain the downtime it needs. It's not just about escaping, it's about recharging. This detour in how we use self-care is partly due to the influence of marketing, but also from the constant narrative that successful people thrive on minimal sleep. When you hear about entrepreneurs who get by on just 4 hours of sleep a night to maximize productivity, it can make rest seem unimportant, even wasteful. But in reality, neglecting sleep does more harm than good. It's not just a means to an end. It's essential to both surviving and thriving. So how can we make sleep a key part of our self-care routine? Start by treating it like you would any important task. Schedule your rest just as you would working or social engagement. Mark it in your calendar. Set alarms or reminders. Whatever it takes to ensure that sleep becomes a non-negotiable part of your day. Rather than viewing sleep as something you'll get to if you have time, prioritize it as an essential, because it is. Quality sleep isn't just about feeling refreshed in the morning. Without enough sleep, your central nervous system, which handles the critical task of sending information to the brain, becomes compromised. If this system gets disrupted, it's like trying to work on a computer with a slow internet connection. Your brain simply can't process information as effectively. So what can you do to ensure a good night's sleep? Create a relaxing bedtime routine is key. This might include light stretches, some deep breathing or meditation, and turning off all screens at least an hour before bed. If anxiety is keeping you awake, consider using a weighted blanket. These blankets are designed to help with insomnia and anxiety by applying gentle pressure and simulating a calming, comfortable hug. Similarly, a cuddle pillow can help keep your spine aligned, while you're also helping to release oxytocin, the feel-good hormone, which will help you drift off to sleep feeling more relaxed. Your sleep environment matters too. A dark, quiet room free of distractions and screens can make a huge difference in sleep quality. Adding sleep accessories like blackout curtains, noise machines, can help create perfect conditions for rest. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to feel like resting or sleeping makes you lazy. But as the concept of self-care continues to evolve, we must remember that sleep is not just an indulgence, it's a necessity. Prioritizing sleep is not selfish, it's an act of self-preservation. Taking care of yourself isn't about indulgence, it's about maintaining your well-being so that you can show up as your best self day after day. So the next time you're tempted to push through exhaustion, remember that a good night's sleep might just be the most powerful form of self-care you can give yourself. Imagine this. Your body is like a smartphone. You use it all day, taking calls, sending texts, browsing the web, and by night, the battery is running low. What happens if you don't plug it in overnight? The next day, it's sluggish, slow, and eventually shuts down. Sleep is that charging station for your body and mind. It's what keeps you functioning at your best. Did you know that getting an extra 60 to 90 minutes of sleep each night can make you feel happier, and healthier? The American Psychological Association backs this up with research showing how crucial sleep is for overall well-being. Yet many of us overlook the importance of good sleep, and it's easy to forget how much it impacts our physical and mental health. Poor sleep doesn't just leave you feeling tired, it can mess with your focus, your mood, and even your self-control. And if sleepless nights become a habit, it can lead to serious health issues. Studies have shown that long-term sleep deprivation increases your risk of developing conditions like depression, heart disease, high blood pressure, and diabetes, and can even shorten your life. Imagine how this affects your quality of life, not just for you, but also for your family, friends, and even the healthcare system, which has to bear the burden of these avoidable healthcare problems. You might not realize it, but when you lay your head down at night, an entire internal system kicks into gear to help you rest. This system operates on what's known as the circadian rhythm, your body's 24-hour cycle that influences key functions like body temperature, blood pressure, and hormone production. One of the key hormones involved in sleep is melatonin, which is produced by the pineal gland in your brain. As night falls, your body releases melatonin to signal your brain that it's time to sleep. But there's a modern problem. Blue light from screens, like those on your phone, tablet, or computer, can block the release of melatonin, making it harder for you to fall asleep. That's why experts recommend limiting screen time before bed to maintain good sleep hygiene. So what do you do if you're struggling with sleep? Stress and anxiety are common culprits that can trigger the production of cortisol, the hormone responsible for keeping you awake. High levels of cortisol can mess with the melatonin levels, throwing your entire sleep cycle off track. This is where the science of sleep becomes critical to your overall health, and at Sanofi, we're all about helping you take control of your well-being. We believe that taking care of yourself starts with understanding your body. That's why we're committed to offering solutions that not only improve your sleep, but also help you understand how sleep works. Science is increasingly showing that sleep is just as important to your health as diet and exercise. When your internal biological clock or hormone system is out of balance, it can become difficult to get a good night's rest. Whether it's stress or another issue disrupting your sleep, it's essential to know that you're not alone. At Sanofi Consumer Healthcare, we are dedicated to helping people live healthier lives by providing products and innovations that bring relief and improve overall well-being. The benefits of sleep are far more profound than simply avoiding crankiness and fatigue we or our children might experience after a restless night. While we all enjoy the immediate boost that comes from a good night's sleep, the long-term advantages are even more significant and wide-reaching than most people realize. Sleep impacts nearly every aspect of our physical well-being, acting as a natural, yet often underestimated, wonder drug. While this post isn't long enough to cover every aspect of sleep's benefits, there are excellent resources available that dive deeper into the science behind it. For a more comprehensive exploration, I highly recommend The Sleep Revolution by Arianna Huffington, or Why We Sleep by Dr. Matthew Walker. Both of these books shine a light on the true miraculous effects of proper rest on our bodies and our minds. Despite how simple sleep might seem, it remains somewhat of a mystery, much like the ocean, vast, deep, and not yet fully understood. We've uncovered some incredible findings about sleep, but it's still a relatively new area of research, and much is left to learn. It might surprise you to hear that scientists are still discovering the full extent of how sleep influences our health, cognition, and emotional stability. From an evolutionary standpoint, it seems counterintuitive that we would spend a third of our lives in what is essentially a state of unconsciousness. Why would humans, or any species for that matter, evolve to be so vulnerable for such a significant portion of their day? The answer lies in the vital role sleep plays in maintaining and restoring our bodies. It is during deep sleep that our brain processes emotions, memories, and learnings from the day. Additionally, crucial physical repairs happen while we sleep. Everything from muscle recovery to cell regeneration and hormone regulation. Without proper rest, these essential processes become disrupted, leading to both short and long-term health consequences. In the short term, lack of sleep impacts mood, concentration, and decision-making abilities. However, the long-term effects can be far more serious. Chronic sleep deprivation has been linked to a range of several health conditions, including heart disease, diabetes, and even an increased risk of dementia. Mental health is also deeply affected, with poor sleep contributing to anxiety, depression, and other mood disorders. Sleep, then, is much more than a nightly routine. It's a fundamental pillar of health. Think of it as the foundation on which every other aspect of your well-being is built. You can exercise regularly, eat a balanced diet, and practice mindfulness, but without enough quality sleep, the benefits of these other healthy habits are significantly diminished. Sleep acts as the glue that holds everything together, allowing your body and mind to perform at their peak. As research into sleep continues to evolve, we're learning just how essential it is to prioritize rest. It's not just about avoiding grogginess or feeling more awake in them. Sleep is central to longevity, emotional resilience, cognitive function, and overall quality of life. It truly is the most natural, accessible, and powerful tool we have to enhance our health and happiness. We all know that when we don't get enough sleep, we're not quite ourselves. We feel emotionally drained, less patient, and often struggle to maintain personal relationships. This emotional fragility can especially affect parents. When children disrupt sleep, whether it's toddlers or older kids needing attention through the night, parents can start to feel resentment. Many parents have expressed that their lack of sleep left them with little to no alone time with their partner, making them feel disconnected and overwhelmed. The strain doesn't just stop at parenting. Not being able to spend quality time with your partner, whether it's in the evenings or due to sharing a bed when you don't want to, can have a rippled effect on relationships. It's hard to feel close to someone when you're both running on fumes. The stress of sleep deprivation leads to irritability, which often makes tense situations worse. And we've all been there. When you're tired, it's easy to snap, even at the smallest things. Research backs this up. A study from the University of Pennsylvania found that even partial sleep deprivation resulted in increased feelings of stress, anger, sadness, and mental exhaustion. A more recent 2019 study conducted by researchers at the University of California, Berkeley, revealed that poor sleep could raise emotional stress levels by up to 30%. As Dr. Matthew Walker, a leading expert on sleep, put it, without sleep, it's almost as if the brain is too heavy on the emotional accelerator pedal without enough brake. Dr. Ben Simon, another researcher from the same university, added that insufficient sleep amplifies anxiety levels while deep sleep significantly reduces stress. In today's fast-paced world where balancing daily life feels like juggling 10 things at once, sleep isn't a luxury. It's a necessity for basic self-care. Beyond the emotional toll, the physical impact of sleep deprivation is just as significant. While we've come to understand that sleep plays a key role in emotional regulation and learning, it also directly affects our physical health. In his book, Why We Sleep, Dr. Walker initially thought of sleep, nutrition, and exercise as the three pillars of good health. However, after years of research, he now believes that sleep is the foundation of health. Without it, the benefits of nutrition and exercise can't be fully realized. People who regularly get 7 to 9 hours of sleep enjoy lower rates of many serious health conditions. On the flip side, those who prioritize quality sleep also perform better at work, take fewer sick days, and experience overall improved physical and mental well-being. It's clear, sleep is not just a nice-to-have, it's the foundation for a healthy, balanced life. Without it, we struggle emotionally, physically, and in our relationships. Prioritizing sleep is one of the most effective forms of self-care, and it's essential to surviving and thriving in the busy world we live in. At the end of the day, sleep isn't just about resting your body. It's about caring for your entire being. It's a simple yet powerful act of self-care that costs nothing, but pays off in every aspect of your life. So the next time you're tempted to pull an all-nighter or push through exhaustion, remember that the best thing you can do for yourself is rest. Sleep is not a luxury, it's a necessity. And when you embrace it, you'll find that everything else in life becomes a little easier, brighter, and more manageable.